Hello and welcome to another episode of NFL Election. Today we will be doing the North teams, in which the top 4 teams with the most electoral votes, basically the same thing as points, will advance onto the next round. The Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears will be competing in this episode. In the next episode, we will be doing the West. So this will be the example spinner right here, and whoever wins this one will take Alaska, and the Lions win it. But this is just an example spinner, just to tell you how this works. We'll fill in the color light blue over on Alaska, and the Lions will have 3 points. Now for the actual action of the day, we'll start off with Alaska, and so we'll go to the spinner, and whoever wins on the spinner will get the state of Alaska. Alright, Alaska is up, 3 electoral votes. The Vikings will win it. So the Vikings will color Alaska in purple to represent the Vikings, and now they have 3 points and are in the lead. The next state is Hawaii, who will go to the Green Bay Packers. So the Vikings rivals now have more points than they do after the Packers have earned Hawaii. The next state is Washington, 12 electoral votes. And the Steelers will win it. The Steelers now get 12 more electoral votes. The next state is Oregon. It will also be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Pittsburgh Steelers get 2 states in a row. Now they have 20 points, but the next state is California. Huge state, 54 votes. The Lions will be getting that state, and now they have 54 votes. 4 teams on the board as we move to Nevada, 6 electoral votes. And the Cincinnati Bengals will be the winners. We move on to Idaho, which has 4 electoral votes. And the Baltimore Ravens will get the win. Ravens now have passed the Vikings that have entered the top 4, tied with the Packers. And we spin to Utah, and Utah will be going to the Vikings, so the Vikings will get 6 electoral votes to add on to their 3, making that 9 votes. Let's go to Montana, 4 electoral votes. And the Lions will get the victory there. Wyoming is next, 3 electoral votes. And the Steelers will come out on top in this one. Arizona is a huge win for whoever comes out on top here, and it will be the Chicago Bears. I use yapms.com to do these videos, so if you want to do some of these yourself, just go there. Colorado is up next, 10 electoral votes. Colorado seems to be one of those states that each candidate in the real presidential election is fighting for really badly. And the Packers will be winning it. New Mexico is up, 5 electoral votes. The Bengals will get that done, and they will get the 5 electoral votes. Now we go to North Dakota. The Cincinnati Bengals will win that too. So 2 in a row for the Bengals, but can they go for 3 in South Dakota? Nope, that will go to the Chicago Bears, another orange team, and they will get those 3 electoral votes. Next up is Nebraska at large. I explained it in the last video. You should watch it. The Bengals will be winning that. But can they win the 1st district of Nebraska? We'll find out. Oops, that was an accident. Sorry. I fixed that though. The Chicago Bears will be getting away with the 1st district of Nebraska. Nebraska's initials are NE, so I put that down in the top bottom right corner. We will be going to the 2nd district of Nebraska, which has 1 electoral vote, and the Lions have won that district, which isn't much, but for them, they need to expand their lead as they've only won 2 states. The 3rd district of Nebraska is up, and the Cleveland Browns will be winning that one. Even though it was only 1 electoral vote, the Browns are now on the board, which means every single team now has points on the board. Moving away from the districts, we now land on Kansas, which has 6 electoral votes, and the Packers have the victory in Kansas. So now they will be taking over Kansas. The Packers being a very popular team, I am not surprised that they're doing pretty decent. Now Oklahoma is up next, and the Chicago Bears will be winning the state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma has 7 electoral votes, but Texas is 40. Texas is a huge state. Whoever wins this one could be already clinching a spot. And the Cleveland Browns barely get that one. The Lions would have 99 points if they would have won that one, but the Browns win that one. Minnesota is up next with 10 electoral votes. And the Steelers will pull away with the win in Minnesota. The Vikings' home state has now been lost to by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Iowa does not have any football team, but they do have 6 electoral votes. And the Browns pull away in Iowa. The Browns add 6 more points to their score as they now jump up so many points to 47 points. That almost puts them in the lead. The Bears are in 4th place with 22 points, but the Packers are right behind them with 20 points. So this spin could decide everything, but instead it goes to the Baltimore Ravens, who now will have 14 points. Arkansas is next with 6 electoral votes, and that will be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are another team which are in the top 4, so they should be expanding their safety with this one. They're in 3rd place. Louisiana is up next with 8 electoral votes, and this will be going to the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are also trying to catch up to everybody else, and now they're tied with the Bears for 4th place. Wisconsin is up next. Wisconsin has 10 electoral votes and will be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been doing pretty good in these past few spins. Illinois is up next with 19 electoral votes. It's the 5th most in this game. And Illinois will be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers will keep on expanding. I think they might even have the lead now. Yeah, they do. They officially take over the Lions and the Browns. Kentucky is up next with 8 electoral votes. And the Chicago Bears will be getting it. So the Chicago Bears now move into 4th place after being tied with the Ravens for a few spins. Tennessee is up next, 11 electoral votes. The Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are in the lead by a lot. They could end up dominating this game. Mississippi is up next, 6 electoral votes. And the Baltimore Ravens will end up getting this one. The Baltimore Ravens are trying to catch up with the Bears, but they are a few points behind. As we head to Michigan, Michigan has 15 electoral votes. This go to the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens will get it again. The Baltimore Ravens are trying to catch up to the Bears, and I think they've done it. Yep, they've done it, and they've even passed. No, they haven't passed the Browns, but Indiana's now next. The Cincinnati Bengals have 16, but now they have 27. Ohio's up next, 17 electoral votes. The Pittsburgh Steelers are doing so good. The Steelers are doing amazing. Now Alabama's up next, 9 electoral votes. The Cincinnati Bengals will be getting 9 more votes. West Virginia is up next, 4 electoral votes. And the Baltimore Ravens will be winning West Virginia. They'll be getting those votes, and now they are up to 47 electoral votes. Next up is Maine at large. And that will go to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns will be getting 2 more electoral votes. And that puts them at 48. They go up to 50 now, and they're ahead of the Baltimore Ravens. Now, 1st District of Maine. Well, that's close, but the Baltimore Ravens will be coming out on top there and getting 1 electoral vote, which isn't much, but it helps to catch up to the Browns. But the Browns will be getting another one right back. So the Browns are trying to escape the clutches of the Ravens, and they are doing pretty well with it. New Hampshire is up, though. This could go any way, and it will be going to the Baltimore Ravens. So the Baltimore Ravens have officially passed the Cleveland Browns. Now they should be in, 3rd place? Vermont is up next, 3 electoral votes. And the Chicago Bears will be winning that one. So they get 3 electoral votes, which isn't much, but they only have 33 points, so they really need that. Massachusetts with 11 electoral votes is right now coming up, and the Green Bay Packers will win Massachusetts. So the Green Bay Packers now have 31 electoral votes, which They still need to pass the Bears if they want to even be in contention. Rhode Island is up next for electoral votes, and the Lions will be winning this one. So we've had some teams who haven't won many states. The Lions haven't won since the Nebraska district. But Connecticut is up next with 7 electoral votes, and the Cleveland Browns will be winning the state of Connecticut, so they will get those 7 electoral votes, and now that puts them at 57 votes. Now they have taken past the Ravens. In the next state, New York will be going to the Green Bay Packers. That is a huge game for the Green Bay Packers. In fact, I think that may even put them in contention. 59 points, that puts them in the 3rd place, kicking the Ravens back to 4th, or 5th. Sorry, the Ravens are now out of the top 4, and the Detroit Lions will be getting New Jersey, which will also help too. The Lions really needed this one if they wanted to overtake first, but they are still way far behind. But Pennsylvania can help them catch up a lot. But the Cleveland Browns will be winning that one. Barely, though. That was a very close one right there. That spin was very heartbreaking for Ravens fans. But now they win that one, and Delaware is up next, but it only has 3 electoral votes. So the Steelers, the Browns, the Packers, and the Lions will all advance. And every single other team right now is in contention to be eliminated if it were to be ended now. But the Packers have won Delaware, which isn't much, but it does help because the Packers are on that chopping block in 4th place, and they could be eliminated if the Ravens keep doing well. But Maryland is up next, and the Minnesota Vikings, who haven't won a state since forever, have now won the state of Maryland. They haven't won since, Utah? Yeah, they haven't won since Utah. But DC is up next with 3 points, and that will be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are at 99 points. They need one more till they can get to 100, which would be a milestone for them that they really want to accomplish. Virginia is up next with 13 electoral votes, but it won't be going to the Steelers. They'll be going to the Chicago Bears, who really need this one because right now they're in 6th place. 7th place because they're behind the Bengals, and now they're ahead of the Bengals by 10 points. North Carolina's up next, 16 electoral votes. And the Chicago Bears will be winning that one too. That is very handy for the Chicago Bears because they really need if they're going to pass. And they have passed the Ravens and are tied with the Packers for 4th place. So if nothing happens, they'll have to go to a spinoff. And the Pittsburgh Steelers will be winning the state of South Carolina, which has 9 electoral votes. South Carolina is probably one of the smaller states in electoral votes wise in these last few upcoming ones. But Georgia is 16, and the Packers get the state of Georgia. They will pass the Bears, and possibly, depending on how Florida goes, they will advance. So sorry to the Bengals and the Vikings, but you guys are eliminated. The Bears and the Ravens can still move on. The Steelers, Lions, and Packers are all safe, and if the Browns don't win this one, and the Ravens or Bears do, the Browns will be eliminated, and one of the other 2 teams will move on. However, if the other teams win it, the Browns will move on, and the state will be going to the Cleveland Browns, who were on the chopping block, and now they move up 30 points. That will get them to 106 points, and they will be 2 behind the Steelers. So now we have our final standings. In 8th place is the Vikings with 19 electoral votes. In 7th place is the Bengals with 38 electoral votes. In 6th place is the Ravens with 52 electoral votes. In 5th place is the Bears with 62 electoral votes. In 4th place is the Lions with 77 electoral votes. In 3rd place is the Packers with 78 electoral votes. In 2nd place is the Browns with 106 electoral votes, right behind the Steelers with 108 electoral votes. So the Browns are behind the Steelers by 2 points. Congratulations to the Steelers on the win. So these are the team order for the North. The Steelers, Browns, Packers, and Lions will advance, while the rest of the teams will not. This is their points total, with the Steelers having 108 and the Vikings having 19. This is their biggest state. California went to the Lions, who are in 4th place in their point differential, with the Browns having the least so far in the series with -2. And the Vikings actually didn't even do bad compared to the other East teams.